in women's tennis right now?
Yes.
Is she bigger than Sabalenka? Is she bigger than Coco?
Dude, it's crazy. She's having the same effect that Fonseca was having, like, on the men's side last year in Miami.
It's like Fonseca, but I think it's bigger than Fonseca.
The tennis world has officially been flipped on its head, and the fallout is causing a diplomatic crisis between the fans of Belarus and the millions of supporters in the Philippines. On this Monday, March 2nd, 2026, as the elite of the WTA gather in the California desert for the Indian Wells Open, a heated debate has erupted in the commentary boxes and sports boardrooms that has left world number one, Aryna Sabalenka, visibly disrespected. High-profile tennis experts and veteran analysts have gone off in a series of shocking statements, declaring that while Sabalenka may hold the trophies and the top ranking, she is no longer the biggest draw in the sport. Instead, they are pointing directly at the 20-year-old sensation, Alexandra Eala, and proclaiming her as the real face of tennis. This isn't just a difference of opinion, it is a full-blown rebellion against the old hierarchy of the WTA. Why are experts suddenly turning their backs on the reigning world number one? The numbers coming out of the Indian Wells box office tell a story that rankings cannot hide. Analysts are pointing to the unprecedented surge in ticket sales and TV viewership whenever Alex Eala's name is on the schedule. One prominent commentator went as far as to say, "The fans aren't coming to see Sabalenka's raw power anymore, they are coming to see the Eala Effect, the heart, the grit, and the global icon that Alex has become." This declaration has sent shockwaves through the Belarusian camp. Sabalenka, a powerhouse who has dominated the tour with her thunderous serve, now finds herself playing second fiddle in the media narrative to a young woman ranked number 31. Experts argue that in 2026, the face of the sport isn't defined by who hits the ball hardest, but by who inspires the world, and right now that person is Alex Eala. The disrespect felt by Sabalenka's team is palpable. They argue that a two-time Grand Slam champion deserves more reverence, but the experts are refusing to back down. They point to the Nike coronation in Oregon as the ultimate proof of their theory. When Nike, the world's most powerful sports brand, chooses to enshrine Alex Eala in their legendary tunnel alongside Serena Williams and Rafael Nadal, they aren't just betting on a player, they are crowning a queen. This level of commercial and cultural backing is something Sabalenka, despite her dominance, has never quite achieved on a global scale. The analysts are calling it a marketable revolution. They see Alex Eala as the bridge between the West and the massive, untapped markets of Asia. In their eyes, Alex is a $75 million brand walking on a tennis court, while Sabalenka is just a player defending a title. As the main draw of Indian Wells approaches on March 4th, the atmosphere in California is thick with tension. Every time Alex Eala walks onto a practice court, the stands are overflowing, while the world number one often finds herself practicing in front of half-empty seats. This visual contrast is what the experts are highlighting. They are declaring that the soul of the tour has shifted. Alex Eala, with her historic number 31 seed and her first-round bye, is carrying a momentum that feels unstoppable. She is no longer just a promising junior or a rising star. She is the centerpiece of the tour's marketing strategy. The experts have made their choice, the fans have made their choice, and now the world number one is left to wonder. In this new era of tennis, does the ranking even matter if you don't have the crown of the people? The disrespect felt by world number one, Aryna Sabalenka, isn't just a matter of hurt feelings. It is a cold, hard reflection of the changing economics of the WTA. On this Monday, March 2nd, 2026, the financial world is buzzing with rumors that Nike's investment in Alexandra Eala has surpassed a staggering $75 million in potential long-term value. Why? Because experts are now openly declaring that Alex Eala is the most marketable athlete in the history of Southeast Asian sports. While Sabalenka struggles to connect with global audiences despite her dominance, Alex Eala has managed to capture the hearts of millions from Manila to California. In the eyes of the experts, Sabalenka is a champion of today, but Alex Eala is the icon of the next decade. This is why Nike treated her like royalty in Oregon. They aren't just sponsoring a player, they are building an empire around the real face of tennis. The technical shock of this week has only added fuel to the fire. Today, as the official seedings for the Indian Wells Open were finalized, Alexandra Eala made history once again. Following her spectacular quarter-final run in Dubai where she stunned the world number 7, Jasmine Paolini, Alex has officially skyrocketed to a career-high world ranking of number 31. This isn't just a number, it is a golden ticket. For the first time ever, Alex Eala is a seeded player at a WTA 1000 event. This means she has earned a first-round bye, allowing her to skip the opening round stress that usually exhausts younger players. While unseeded veterans are battling in the desert heat, Alex is resting, strategizing, and preparing for her round of 64 debut. Experts are going off, because this seeding puts her on a direct collision course with Sabalenka in the round of 32, a match that many are already predicting will be the most watched event of the year. But it's not just about the ranking, it's about the sheer magnitude of the stakes in 2026. The prize pool at Indian Wells has soared to over $9.4 million, with the winner taking home a massive check for $1.15 million. Experts argue that Eala, singles-only focus this week, withdrawing from doubles to protect her stamina, is a sign of a player who knows she belongs at the top. Sabalenka, on the other hand, is under immense pressure to defend her number one status after her heartbreaking loss in the Australian Open final earlier this year. The contrast is sharp. You have a world number one who is playing with the fear of losing her throne, and a 20-year-old rising star who is playing with the absolute confidence of a Nike-backed global superstar. The most controversial take from the experts today: they are claiming that Eala's left-handed topspin and Nadal Academy grit are perfectly suited for the gritty, slow-hard courts of Indian Wells. While Sabalenka's raw power often flies out of control in the thin desert air, Eala's game is built for this environment. One analyst recently shouted during a live broadcast, "Stop looking at the rankings." If you put Eala and Sabalenka on a court today in front of this California crowd, the biggest draw isn't the girl with the number one next to her name. It's the girl with the Sampagita spirit. This level of public disrespect toward a reigning champion is unprecedented, but as Alex prepares for her historic seeded debut, the world is beginning to realize that the experts might just be right. The Eala era hasn't just arrived, it is taking over. The fallout from the experts' Eala over Sabalenka declaration has now reached the inner sanctum of the world number one's coaching camp, and to say they are furious would be an understatement. On this Monday, March 2nd, 2026, reports from the practice courts at Indian Wells suggest that Aryna Sabalenka's team is feeling the heat of being disrespected on a global stage. While Eala was receiving a hero's welcome in California, Sabalenka was reportedly seen in an intense, closed-door training session, visibly frustrated by the media narrative that she is no longer the biggest draw. The Belarusian sports media has even started a counter-campaign, calling the experts' claims delusional and disrespectful to a player who has won multiple Grand Slams. But the more they defend Sabalenka, the more the experts go off on the reality of the situation. That in the modern era of tennis, popularity and marketability are the new currency, and Eala is the wealthiest player on the tour in that regard. Why are the experts so adamant that Eala is the real face of tennis? It comes down to a tactical analysis that has left the Sabalenka camp speechless. Analysts are pointing out that Sabalenka's power-based game, while dominant, is predictable compared to the tactical variety that Eala has developed at the Nadal Academy. One expert recently stated in a viral podcast, "Sabalenka hits the ball through people, but Eala outthinks people." And in the desert of Indian Wells, where the conditions change every hour, a tactical brain is worth more than a 120-mile-per-hour serve. This public dismantling of the world number one's game is unprecedented. It is a level of psychological warfare that is designed to rattle the top seed before the potential round of 32 showdown. The message is clear. The experts believe that Eala's world ranking of 31 is a lie, and that her true level is already inside the world top 5. The financial disrespect is also a major talking point in the player lounges this week. As Eala prepares for her historic seeded debut, the Eala Effect is being felt in the merchandising tents. Nike's decision to launch a limited edition, Sampagita, apparel line specifically for the Indian Wells tournament has sold out within hours, while Sabalenka's standard tour gear is still widely available. Experts are using this as Exhibit A in their argument. They are asking the tough question: if the world number one isn't selling out her merchandise while a 20-year-old from the Philippines is, who is really the face of the tour? This economic reality is what has the Belarusian camp in shock. They are realizing that you can win all the trophies in the world, but you cannot force the public to choose you as their icon. That title belongs to Eala by popular decree. But the biggest shock of all is the Nike shield that experts claim is protecting Eala. There are rumors circulating that Nike has provided Alex with a team of elite performance data analysts who have been tracking Sabalenka's every move on court for the past 6 months. This level of corporate support, usually reserved for the likes of Roger Federer or Serena Williams, is what is truly fueling the disrespect narrative. The experts are declaring that Eala is entering Indian Wells as the most prepared player in the history of the sport. With her first round bye giving her extra time to study the data and her Nike-backed confidence at an all-time high, the experts are betting that the Tiger of Belarus is about to be tamed by the Queen of Manila. The desert is waiting for a collision, and if the experts are right, the hierarchy of tennis is about to be rewritten forever. As we move closer to the main draw of Indian Wells on this Monday, March 2nd, 2026, the disrespect toward Aryna Sabalenka has reached a new, controversial peak. Experts are no longer just talking about Eala's popularity, they are now attacking the very foundation of Sabalenka's world #1 status. While Sabalenka is under immense pressure to justify her top ranking after a heartbreaking Australian Open final loss, Eala is entering the California desert with a historic advantage that has the tennis world in shock. For the first time ever, Alex has secured the number 31 seed in a WTA 1000 event. This isn't just a number on a page, it is a declaration of her arrival as an elite force. Because of this seeding, Alex has earned a first-round bye, meaning she is already through to the round of 64 without even picking up a racket. Experts are going off, because this gives Alex a massive tactical edge over the top seeds, who are already looking over their shoulders at the girl from the Philippines. The financial stakes in 2026 have made this debate even more explosive. The total prize pool at Indian Wells has climbed to a staggering $9.4 million, with the winner taking home a life-changing check for $1.15 million. Experts argue that the WTA's marketing machine is pivoting away from Sabalenka and toward Eala because Alex represents the commercial future of the sport. While Sabalenka is a titan on the court, Eala is a titan of the box office. Analysts are pointing out that Nike's secret strategy in Oregon, giving Alex the superstar treatment, was a deliberate move to prepare her for the immense pressure of the Indian Wells spotlight. They are declaring that Alex isn't just a 31st seed, she is the shadow favorite of the entire tournament. This is the ultimate disrespect to Sabalenka, who is the defending #1 but finds herself fighting for the headlines that Eala is already winning. But why are the experts so convinced that Alex is the real threat? It comes down to the Eala equation. Her recent performance in Dubai, where she dismantled top 10 stars with her left-handed precision, has proven that she is no longer intimidated by power. Experts are predicting that if the draw holds, and Alex meets Sabalenka in the round of 32, the world #1 will be the one under pressure. Sabalenka is defending a massive amount of ranking points, and a loss to a 20-year-old rising star would be a devastating blow to her legacy. The analysts are going off because they see Sabalenka as vulnerable in the high-bounce, gritty conditions of the California desert. They believe Eala's training at the Nadal Academy has built a player who is literally designed to take down giants. The disrespect narrative is fueling a fire that will culminate on March 4th. Every interview, every practice session, and every fan interaction is being measured against the experts' bold claims. Is Sabalenka still the queen, or is she just holding the seat for the inevitable rise of Alexandra Eala? The experts have made their choice, and it is a choice that favors the girl with the $75 million smile and the unshakable support of a nation. As the sun beats down on the Coachella Valley, the stakes for the $1 million prize have never felt more personal. The experts are shouting it from the rooftops. The rankings say one thing, but the Eala Effect says another. The Queen of Manila is ready to claim her kingdom, and the world #1 is officially on notice. The sun is setting over the California desert on this Monday, March 2nd, 2026, but for the world of tennis, a new dawn is just beginning. What started as a whisper in the commentary boxes has now become a roar that can be heard from the Nike headquarters in Oregon to the streets of Manila. The disrespect shown toward Aryna Sabalenka isn't just about one tournament, it is about the transition of power. Experts have spent this entire week going off on the fact that while Sabalenka holds the #1 trophy, Alexandra Eala holds the world's attention. With her historic seeded number 31 status confirmed for the Indian Wells Open, Alex has officially entered the elite circle, where rankings and influence collide. She has earned her first round bye, and as she prepares for her debut in the round of 64 on March 6th, the pressure on the world #1 has never been more suffocating. This Eala era is backed by more than just fan hype, it is backed by the coldest, hardest logic of the sport. Analysts are pointing out that in the last 12 months, no player has grown faster, both on the court and in the market, than Alex Eala. Her quarter-final run in Dubai and her destruction of top 10 players have proven that she has the giant killer DNA. Experts are declaring that the WTA is no longer just about who can hit the ball the hardest. It is about who can inspire the next generation. While Sabalenka represents the sheer force of the present, Alex Eala represents the limitless potential of the future. The disrespect Sabalenka feels is simply the world acknowledging that the crown of the real face of tennis is being passed to a 20-year-old from the Philippines who refuses to be intimidated. The stakes for the upcoming matches at Indian Wells are now legendary. With a winner's check of $1.15 million and the chance to jump into the top 20, Alex Eala is standing on the edge of a career-defining moment. If the draw holds, and the world witnesses the Eala versus Sabalenka showdown in the round of 32, it will be more than just a match, it will be a trial by fire. Experts are betting that the unbelievable welcome Alex received in California will act as a home court advantage that Sabalenka simply cannot overcome. The desert air is thick with anticipation, and the message from the experts is final. You can respect the ranking, but you must fear the rise of the Pinoy queen. As we conclude this 5-part journey, one thing is certain: the Eala mania is not a temporary trend, it is a permanent shift in the world of sports. Alexandra Eala has arrived, she is seeded, and she is backed by a global empire. Whether she lifts the trophy at Indian Wells or not, she has already won the battle for the heart of the sport. Thank you for following this incredible story with us. This is a moment of pure Pinoy pride that will be remembered for decades. If you are ready to see Alex Eala shock the world and claim her place as the true number one, hit that like button, subscribe and type EALA supremacy in the comments. The tournament begins on March 4th, and we will be there for every heart-stopping second. See you at the baseline.